Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike Oski's Kitchen. My name is Mike Olszewski and I'm the chef of this kitchen. And if you're tuning in, thank you for doing that. And I hope you're trying to be the chef of your kitchen and put some great food down on the table for your family. And like I always say, if you cook it, they will come. Look, it's summer. We've got some grilling going on. Tonight, we're going to make this fantastic thing. And I'm telling you what, there's some holidays coming up. You got 4th of July coming up really soon. You got Labor Day. And then, of course, it goes into tailgating. But we're going to make steak kebabs. Now, what's so special about steak kebabs? A lot of people make steak kebabs. But I always find the best steak kebabs is found in the marinade. So I'm going to tell you my secret marinade when we're going to marinate the steak with that, and it's going to make the steak kebabs fantastic. Plus, we do something special with the marinade too, aside from putting it on the steak, okay? So, on the steak kebabs, of course, we got our vegetables. We got 3 peppers, bell peppers. You can use any colors, but I like to use 3 different colors. We got orange and yellow, and of course, we got red. We got a red onion, and we got some white mushrooms. Now, you can use the baby bellas too, whatever mushrooms you like. We're going to show you what we're going to do with that. For the marinade, this is what goes into the marinade right here. You got olive oil, we got some soy sauce, got some Worcestershire, we got some lemon juice, and of course some red wine vinegar. We got some garlic, some Dijon mustard, brown sugar, gotta have that to sweeten it up a little bit, and of course some pepper. Now what I use for the steak, I like to use a top sirloin. You can see right here, it is about 1.5 pounds to 1.75 pounds. Looks beautiful. I'm going to show you how to cut the ground sirloin up so they stay on the kebabs. The last thing you want to happen is you're flipping the kebabs out on your grill and the steak's falling off. So we're going to show you the size of them, but I'm going to cut this piece of fat off right here too. So you can keep it on if you want, but I like to cut it off a little bit and get some more of the red meat. Hey, this is going to be a fantastic dish. It's super simple, super easy. People will love it. First thing we're going to do, we're going to come back. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with the steak, and then we'll go from there. So I'll see you right back here. Okay, welcome back. First thing we want to take care of is the meat. If you know me, and if you've been watching my videos, I'm a firm believer that the meat is the base of the dish. You've got to season the meat. I don't care if it's steak, if it's chicken, if it's pork, it doesn't matter. You got to take care of the meat that's going into your dish, because that's going to make everything kind of pop through the entire dish. So I really, really pay attention to that. But on this steak here, again, it's a top sirloin. It's a nice steak. It's got a little line of fat. I'm going to go ahead and take that little piece of fat off there. Maybe I'll just caramelize it up and serve it to my German Shepherd. He would love that. So we're not going to waste it. Now, as far as the steak is concerned, you can use a top sirloin. I think that's the best. It cooks the best on the grill. I love it. So now we got that. I'm going to leave some of this marble inside here because that does add a good flavor to it. So what I'm going to do is just a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper just to get it started. Now we're making kebabs, so we got to square these things out. We're about 1 inch to 1.25 inches per piece. So what I kind of do is go right down the meat here. I cut them at about 1 inch. I find that they stay on it the best way if they're a little bit more thick than thin, okay? So if you go a little bit more than 1 inch, maybe 1.25 inches, that's fine. Cut this guy off here. Cut him up separately. So I just kind of slice it down in strips first before I turn them, and then I'll cut them long way. So, for instance, see this one right here, about 1 inch? I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here, and that's about what you want. That's about the size you want, okay? Just not any smaller than this. Again, they'll cook. They can fall off when you're spinning that kebab stick or whatever. But make sure you put them nice and thick. So again, salt and pepper on the top, and then cut them to 1 inch. I'll be right back. I'm going to finish these up, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with them, and then we're going to make the marinade, and that's where it makes it happen. I'll see you right back here. Okay, welcome back. Hey, we're ready to make this marinade now. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this marinade together, and then we're going to put the steak in a little baggie or like a gallon-sized bag. Then we're going to put the marinade with it. We're going to let it sit for a while. So let's go ahead and build the marinade. The marinade is very simple. You're going to take 1/4 cup of olive oil first, and then you're going to add the olive oil in, 1/4 cup. And then next thing we're going to do is use some soy sauce. Again, another 1/4 cup of soy sauce. Boom. Next is gonna be our Worcestershire, or Worcestershire, however you wanna say it. Again, that's a 1/4 cup as well. Great. So there's kind of our base of the sauce. You have Worcestershire, and you have soy sauce, and you have some olive oil. Now, next we want to add in is some red wine vinegar. It gives a nice little sour taste to it. So the red wine vinegar, we're going to put 1½ tablespoons of red wine vinegar. There's one. Ooh, probably half there. And a half. Fantastic. And after that, put this over here. Okay. We have Dijon mustard. Two tablespoons of of the Dijon mustard. I'm sorry, 2 teaspoons, not tablespoons. That'd be too much. There's one. And then there's 2. 2 teaspoons of the Dijon. Fantastic. And we want to add some brown sugar. Brown sugar is going to be 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. Perfect. Move this guy over here, get him out of my way. Garlic. Got to put garlic in it, right? We can't go without garlic. So garlic's going to be 1 tablespoon. 1 full tablespoon of the minced, crushed, whatever you got. That's a little bit more than 1, but it's okay. Like garlic. Okay? Lemon juice. This is it. Lemon juice. I want to add, pop this open. You want 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. There we go. And then finally, we're going to add it off, finish it off with, of course, my favorite spice in the world, black pepper. We're going to just do a teaspoon of black pepper, okay? And that's it. There is our marinade. It's very simple. I've come up with it. I've tried some different ways and some different flavors, and this seemed to be the best. It soaks in very well. I love it. So we're going to mix it up. Now, what we're going to do with this. Get a good mix on it. Okay. Remember our steak? Let's move our marinade here. I'm going to use a gallon bag. Okay. Again, I've washed my hands. Make sure you wash your hands when you're dealing with different types of meats and stuff. We're going to take our steak. We're going to put it in a gallon bag. Put it all in there. Remember, you're all cut up in this like one little inch cubes, because it'll fit really, really well. See that? Perfect. And then we're just going to go ahead and shake it down a little bit. Let's go ahead and stir this one more time. And simply pour it into the bag. Seal the bag. Get some of the air out. It works better that way. There it is. This is the base of the kebab. This is what makes the kebab good. Not only that, but that marinade. There'll be more marinade left over, and I want to show you what we're going to do with that as these kebabs cook. What we want to do is kind of set these aside for about an hour or 2 hours here in room temperature. That's how I do it. You can put it in the refrigerator, fine, but we're going to be cooking these pretty soon, so I'm going to go ahead and put them out, keep them out here in room temperature, and then we're going to start building kebabs. While they're sitting and marinating, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm going to do with these beautiful vegetables. I'll be right back. Okay, hey, we're back. While our steak cubes are still marinating, what we did was went ahead and cut up these vegetables. Remember, we used some mushrooms, some three bell peppers, a red onion, and of course I have some tomatoes laid out because I like to put them on top of the kebabs. It looks pretty that way because I like fashion, I guess. Anyway, so what I've used is these white mushrooms. I just cut them in half just to show you, just cut the mushroom straight in half. And here's how I cut my peppers. About this size, if you can see that. Perfect size for it. They'll slide right onto the kebab. They'll just sit on top of things. Beautiful. You can see in the yellow pepper is the same, and then of course the red pepper is the same as well. Very simple. Just cut them into about an inch or so. That's all you need to do. The red onion, I just cut in cubes. You see about that size? We'll go ahead and thread those onto the kebabs. Just go thread those right onto the kebabs. And of course I have some tomatoes here. So what do we do with these things? Just let them sit and wait? No, we're going to do something with them. We're going to go ahead and take my handy gallon bag. We're going to put all these vegetables in this bag. You know, making kebabs are fun and they're easy. I've always had some issues with them until I learned a little bit more about how to cook them how to season them. And I always find out that it comes down to the marinade. It really does. The meat of the meal is the base, and it makes the entire meal go perfect. So anyway, I never not letting things sit here without any kind of seasoning. So what I'm going to do is put these in a bag. I'm not going to do a lot with these. I'm going to leave these tomatoes out because they're just going to go on top of our kebabs. But our peppers and our onions and our mushrooms are going to go into this bag. Let me finish this up here. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil to it and a couple little spices that are going to make it really nice. And then we're going to, once these sit for a little bit, we're going to go ahead and get the steaks together. We're going to build these things and head out to the grill. Do some fun grilling. A little bit of olive oil. I just drop a little bit in. I don't even measure it. Just put it in and then mix it up a little bit. What the olive oil does, it coats it and it helps it cook. It helps it cook deeper into it. It helps it brown a little bit if you want that little crisp taste on the edge of them. Perfect. A little bit of salt. Again, just to taste. I'd say about a teaspoon or so. Same thing with the pepper. Just go ahead and estimate it. If you want to use a teaspoon, go ahead and measure it out. It's fine. But I think what really helps is this garlic powder. It is good. About a teaspoon as well. Okay? Again, take out the air of the bag. And we're just going to gently toss these. Again, they're vegetables. We're just going to gently toss them. Make sure that they're coated with the olive oil and the salt and the pepper and the garlic salt. That's it. We're going to let them sit while the steak is still marinating in that wonderful sauce. And next step is the fun step. Gets a little dirty because we're going to go ahead and build the kebabs. And then after that, we're going to grilling and we're eating. See you right back here. Let's build these kebabs. Okay, welcome back. This is the fun time. This is the fun time right here. We're going to build our kebabs. What I've done, I've taken the steak that I had in this bag. You see how much is left of the marinade. What you're going to do is just going to go ahead and put it in a little bowl for yourself. Just pour it in there. And we're going to use this later. Perfect. We'll see that here in a little bit, okay? I've taken the steak out of the bag with a slotted spoon, so let the marinade in the bag. And this is my steak. It's marinated 3 to 4 hours. I want about 3 or so. Here's our vegetables. I put them all in one bowl. Remember, we shook them up and added some garlic salt, some salt and pepper, and some olive oil. So what you want to do, start building these things up. Pick what you want out of here. Add the steak, pick what you want out of here, add the steak. There's no process, there's no special way to do it. It's the way you want to do it, okay? It's your kitchen. So let's go ahead and build one. I'm going to show you how to build one that I do. I'm going to start with a piece of steak. I always like to keep it down on the cutting board so it slides right through, okay? Put that on in. I'm going to go ahead and grab a piece of red pepper. I'm going to go ahead and drop a mushroom on there. Let's go ahead and put an onion. Let's go ahead and put an orange pepper on there. What you want to try to do is get 3 to 4 pieces of steak, at least 3 to 4 pieces of steak. I'm going to go ahead and add one more on here per kebab. I'm going to make 4 of them. Put another pepper on there. Put some more onions on there. You do what you want, man. It's up to you. It's totally up to you. It's how you want it. It's whatever order you want to follow. Put another pepper. Put a yellow pepper on there. Look, I'm just picking and going. That's all I'm doing, okay? Hey, look, I got 2 pieces of steak. Let's add another piece of steak. Put it on the side and slide it through. Let's add another mushroom. Let's add another pepper. Let's add some more onion. It's how you want to do it, folks. There's no way to do it. Please don't think there's a way to do it. It's the way you want to, okay? So we got some more onion on there. Another mushroom. Hit that mushroom right in the middle if you can because it'll hold on better. Another pepper. And we're going to go ahead and another piece of steak. This is the number 4 piece of steak. Another pepper. Let's go another mushroom. Let's go another orange pepper on this one. Let's grab the yellow. Let's put a red pepper on there too. Let's go. Whoops, fell off. And another mushroom. I'm just arbitrarily picking up food and putting it on this thing just to show you that you don't have to follow a particular way of doing it. Just whatever works good for you, okay? Now that's our kebab. Look how nice that looks. I like to make them look pretty. So what I'm gonna do is add a nice little tomato at the end. So there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of steak. You know what? Let's add another piece of steak. Why not? It's our kebabs. It's our kitchen. We can do whatever we want. And pepper. So there you go. I'm going to make 4 of these, okay? I'm going to lay these nicely right here. Then when I come back, we're going to be outside at the grill. I'm going to show you how to grill these things and what we're going to do with the rest of that marinade. I'll see you right back here. Actually, I'll see you back here at the grill. All right, great. Here we are outside at the grill. Here's a little tip for you. I take a little bit of olive oil and I put it on my little brush, and then I go ahead and just brush the grill grates where these kebabs are going to sit. And the reason why I do that, because they don't stick that way. Perfect. It works really, really, really nice. Most people know how to do this, and I've seen it all the time, but just as a reminder, if you're going to go ahead and cook right on these grates, hit it with some olive oil. It's going to make it that much better, okay? So what we're going to do, our grill's at about 450 degrees right now, 425, somewhere between 450 and 425. I cook with the grill closed for a little bit, but mostly open. I'll show you what I mean. So let's go ahead and put these kebabs in. I'm gonna put them long ways, and I like to let the handle stick outside the grill, and I'll tell you why here in a second. I'm gonna put them lined up this way. I did make 5 of them, so it was perfect to make 5. And there we go, okay? And what I'm gonna do is go ahead and score these a little bit. Now, do you remember when I said about the marinade, the leftover marinade, this right here? We're gonna marinate the heck out of this thing as we cook it. So we're gonna do some marinade right on top. We're gonna marinate the mushrooms, we're gonna marinate the peppers, we're gonna marinate the onions, and we're gonna continue to marinate the steak as this cooks. We're gonna keep this thing nice and marinated all the way through. And I'm gonna tell you what, these vegetables will soak this marinade in like you wouldn't believe. Again, marinating and steak flavors are important when you're making anything like this, kebabs. I'm gonna put these little hooks outside here. Now let's go ahead and drop this down. I'm just gonna let them cook there for, I don't know, 4 minutes on each side, then I'll go ahead and flip it over. So I'll see you back here just in a little bit. All right, great, so I haven't turned these yet, but again, marinate, marinate, marinate. You don't want this steak drying out. Just drop some of that marinade on right on top of that as you're cooking it. We're gonna flip these here in a few minutes, but just keep marinating as you go. I just wanted to make sure to remind you that marinating is the key to making fantastic kebabs. Got a few more minutes, we're gonna flip them, and I'll see you right back here. All right, great. So we're gonna go ahead and flip these things real quick. My cameraman was telling me, hey, do you mind them seeing your shorts and your Crocs? I'm like, of course, it's summer. Who doesn't wear shorts and Crocs in the summer? What we're gonna do is go ahead and flip these things over. Flip them over one time. And guess what we're gonna do when we flip them over? Can anybody tell me? Yes, somebody said it, marinate. Oops, there's that guy over there. We're gonna marinate them up. And we're gonna let these cook another 3 or 4 minutes, and guess what? We will be done. Consistently marinating. All right, folks, we're gonna leave the lid open now and let them cook like that. I'll see you back here in 3 to 4 minutes. We're gonna lay these out, we're gonna try them, we're gonna taste them, and we're gonna serve them. I'll see you right back here. Okay, the time has arrived. We can taste this now. A lot of hard work. It's time to enjoy some of the spoils of our labor. Just gonna go ahead and take a little bit off this. Let's give it a shot. That's what I like to do, is just kind of take everything off of the kebab and put it on a plate and just eat it like that. You can eat it any way you want. It's up to you. So I'm gonna go ahead and try it. A little bit of onion, or a little bit of mushroom, a little bit of onion, a little bit of pepper, and of course, let's get a big piece of steak. That marinade is to die for. It goes through the entire kebab. I mean, the vegetables, the meat, the onion. Oh my gosh, it's so good. This is super simple to make. You saw how we did it. A couple of simple steps. Put it together. It's perfect. 4th of July is coming up. This would be great to put on the grill for you and your family. Be a superstar. Be a chef of your kitchen. This is an opportunity to do that. Look, I'm going to go ahead and eat. I got a family to feed right now. They're over there waiting on me. So we got to go ahead and get this stuff served. Thanks for showing up. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. There's more to come. And in my own Polish special way, I love you so much. And na zdrowie.